Greetings, Earthlings! My name is Zero Jake and welcome back to Space Engineers. Last episode, we were working on these, magnificent thrusters, the maneuvering thrusters that we're going to be using whilst in space and in the atmosphere. Now you can notice that the colour is now completely white because I realised after ending the episode that these small armour thrusters here were actually T3 instead of T4, and I realised I needed Tier 4. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and replaced every single one of them. What I've also done is I've set up, I think, a majority of them into a action group, so I can turn them on and off. So basically it makes my maneuvering a lot easier whilst in space, and I can turn them on when I enter the atmosphere so I can slow down, yada yada yada. Yes, and so what I've also done is, between episodes, is I've gone ahead and added some shield generators, which should give us some defenses, though I really do not want to test that yet. I want to be sure that we have enough, because our attack drone can, tear apart shields very quickly. So if we go into our flight seat here, we can go, yes, I'm sure that's how it's supposed to work. Anyway, if we have a look at shields, we can see that we've got around 350 points. No, 1.4 killer shield. Killer shield points. Killer PT. I need to find a, scientific name for that. Anyway, if we hop over to you've got shield generator. The small drone here has maximum shields of 30 killer points. So the attack drone that we have that's currently docked inside the capital ship will tear through these shields in no time at all. But any small fighter craft will not be able to tear through them as quickly. Anyway, today what we need to do is, hang on, I'll show you. So first of all, we need to group the doors. We need to group up. Well, basically we do a ton of maintenance stuff. So what we do is we disconnect this, and then we do all sorts of things in the control panel. We need landing gears, actually, so we need mag locks and things like that up and running so that we can actually, land. And then what we can do in the second half is we're going to test it, because there's no point in having this thing if you don't test it. Because if I don't test it and then enter the atmosphere in an emergency, problems may occur if I can't actually stop. It's basically piloting. I'll open another save, or I'll save this into a different area, jump a ship over to the planet there, and then we'll attempt to land. If we don't really land properly, but we were close, then it does mean that we can land on the moon and possibly Mars. But other than that, yes. So first of all, these boarding ramps need grouping. That can be done without disconnecting. So boarding ramps, save off in terminal. So we've got atmospheric thrusters and boarding ramps in here. We now probably need to disconnect. I've got, energy in the place, so we can disconnect safely without anything going wrong, he says. So basically, watch out for thrusters not working anymore. Anyway, there we go. So this should now be disconnected. You should now be running on your own power. We could just double check that. I've added arc fuel into the arc reactors, so, well, plenty of arc fuel, in fact. We can now last for 50 years just drifting. However, if we turn on our atmo thrusters, which I'll do in a second, then that may not be the case. Anyway, so what we want to do is we want to get groups. We want our boarding ramps on 9, open, close. We want atmospheric thrusters off and on. Good, right, so we should now be able to close these boarding ramps. Notice that, level of detail stuff not working. That's fine, it only has to work. There we go, closed. Yeah. Open. Excellent. Good, right, now that that works, I actually need that open. The next thing that we ought to do is we ought to test out our atmo thrusters. So currently, we accelerate like this. Kind of even. Well, it's as even as it's going to get. I'm not, you know, placing down more thrusters. Those things are expensive these days. But anyway, if we turn this on, you can see all of them are lit up. Lit up, lit off, lit up, lit down. What's the opposite of lit off? What's the opposite of lit up? I don't know. Never mind. Lit up is probably like a metaphor for something. But anyway, like lit up like a Christmas tree, like light it up on fire. Yeah, so what we can do is we can go space. If I hold this down for a second, we reach about 50 meters per second, which is ridiculous. That's half of vanilla speed. We could also, you know, turn around, do all sorts of things, and if we were to brake immediately, then we just use the atmospheric thrusters, which is very, very nice. So yeah, we'll move over to here, since that's going to be much easier for us. We'll also turn those off just in case. But yeah, that does drain power quite a bit, but I have a lot of fuel on board, so that's fine. Good, that works. Let's go park the construction vehicle. There's also the, we've got an antenna on the dropship, so I know where it is. And I can access the control panel from it, which is very, very lovely. Right, so you are going to dock. Specifically, you are going to dock on top of this thing, because you two are construction ships, and therefore you must stay together. Look how tiny it is. I mean, look how tiny this construction ship is compared to its larger, you know, it's ridiculous. Anyway, park, turn off, there we go. It's still purpley because of, you know, the construction beacon, but that's fine. Noting that, we also need a construction beacon. Construction, no, just go beacon, because it's actually repair. Anyway, we'll throw this on temporarily, because, you know, we need to be able to build things. Specifically, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do gravity generators. Everyone loves gravity generators. Gravity of the generator kind. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have two of them. We're going to have one here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to simulate the gravity so that I don't have to do things properly. So what we need to do is we need to make this so that the gravity from this generator goes to half the room, then we build another one over here, and then copy the results, essentially. And it needs to be like facing the other way, or this way, I don't know. Yeah, so what we want to do is we want to go, press K, access the gravity generator. What do we want? That shouldn't actually have its thing online. Oh no, that's because, right, yes. Let me just throw the gyroscopes into a thing. Gyros, save, off in terminal. That didn't do it. Oh my god, why? Why did you not save? I said I clicked save. Are you being glitchy? Gyros, save. Thank you. Let's do that. So we've got regular thrusters. We've got thrusters. You don't need to be here. We've got passenger seats. You don't need to be here. Off in inventory screen, off in terminal. We've got cargo containers, you can stay. We've got a lot of thrusters, you can go off in terminal. We've got shield generators, so I want to say shield, that's not how to spell shields, Jake. Shield. Get all of them, no, off in terminal. And then we've got two arc reactors, both of which are named 2. We don't want that. What we want to do is actually name them exempt, so that the system won't steal from them, even though I don't think the system is working anymore. Right, passenger seat, you can go. Off, off, off. I said off, damn it. Thank you. Right, nano beacon repair, that will go. Gravity, good. So now that we're here, what we want to do is, the width is fine, the height is fine, we're going to deal with depth first. So basically decrease, no, we can calculate this. So, starting from here, it's we've got 3 blocks outwards, so that's 1.5, 2.5, 3. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to extend it by 3. And since the gravity generates from the center, then it should, being the keyword, be fine. I also need to change the name of this to Dropship. Dropship. There we go. You're now named Dropship. I name thee the Dropship. Anyway, back to gravity generator. We should just need to put it at 3. So if we change the depth to 6, which is double 3, then if we go outside of here, then good. And then what we can do is, oh no, we need to deal with the length. So I've got a length of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that's 17 out that way. And I, you know, 17 out that way is going to be completely fine as well. So what we want to do is we want double 17, which is 34. He says. Yes, 34. Okay, good. So gravity width 34. So what that should mean is I can go all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way, and then if I go a bit too far, so really what should happen is I can go all the way out here, and it stops here. That's fine. We can have gravity over there because that's going to be useful. If I fly over to here, we've got a lot more, right? Right, so what the number that I was duplicating is not what I want. Dropship. Gravity. Change that. 24. Right, so if we change the gravity to... I keep hitting G for some reason. It's because it's gravity. So if we change 24 to 23. Now, I should barely have any gravity. I need to do that again. Again, with you. Gravity. I know this may be taking a while, but once it's set up, then I don't have to do anything about it. Right, 21. There we go. Are you happy now? Yes. Are you happy now? Oh, yes, that's actually pretty good. Good, 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 good. Excellent. Right, that's good. And then the last thing that we need is we need the height, which is fine. It's 1, 2. 2 meters, so therefore 4 meters. Dropship, gravity generator, height 4. Done. Bingo. So if we go like this, you know, and we go like this, then gravity is going to be fine. Let's just check. Can we gravitize on the top? No, but we can use our mag boots, which is amazing. Right, and then on the rear, well, on the belly, technically. Good. Gravity is now set up. Well, ish. Gravity's ish, set up ish. We now need to place another one over to here. Making sure it's the right way around. Good. Right, so what we need to do, go here, dropship. So we want 21. 4, 6. Good, now we should have gravity. Excellent. Gravity for the gravity god, which means I should be able to go down like this, much easier than it was before. Very, very nice. Good, now that that's set up, let's do the maglocks. Maglocks over to here. Now, I don't know whether I want some fancy armor design around the maglocks or not. Let me just, you know, thin the herd in the block selection area. Maglocks. Now, these 3x3s are the ones that we're going to use because they have a longer range. I think that's it. Maybe. But basically, they should have a long range, which we'll be able to see once we, you know, use a test vehicle. So if we place that there, that'll be welded. In the meantime, we'll go and get this the smallest vessel that we currently have. Turn it on, unpark, get up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to head upwards, and we're going to slowly but surely get into the area. Now, the thing is currently set under auto lock, so what we want to do is we want to keep approaching. Yeah, we want to keep approaching until it locks, and then that will tell us how far it will lock. Or not. Right. Why did you not lock? There was a perfectly nice thing of thing there that you could have locked onto. Anyway, let's try again. You're not auto-locking. Why art thou not auto-locking? Fine, we'll do it from this end, which will be even more disastrous. Right, down, 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 again around. Right, landing gears, landing proximity, no 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 proximity. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So if we do this, so park, and go up. No, no. Right, fine. Be like that, you piece of... right, let's move you out of the way so that I don't kill you. Anyway, so that's not going to work for some reason. Hang on. Yeah, it's not going to work for some reason. That, you need to change to small construction. Small... no, it's construction turned small, isn't it? Yes. Good, right. Change name. Dropship. Dropship, we want the maglock surface. Which doesn't seem to want to lock, which is annoying. But anyway, we'll have to use the regular landing legs, because those are a pile of fun. Anyway, landing legs, landing gear small. What's this? Maglev landing gear. Right. Is that basically like the maglock? Who knows? Right, so we want landing gear here. Where do we want it? That's the question. Okay, so what we could do is we could go to it in like 3, so a tripod. We could go 4, or we could go even more than that. Yeah, I think 3, yeah, if you get my drift. So we have a massive one here. Yeah, we're going to need to do something else for that. What we need is where's the center? Center here. Let's go here and here and here. And then however long this needs to be. Go back over to number 6. What's that going to look like? Yeah, if we go like this. So basically this is to make it so that it's the same level when we place the rest of the landing gears. Number 6, place landing gear. And what we want to do is we want to have 3 of them. Only construction component. Wow, this is the first thing I've needed to use construction component for, which is amazing. Anyway, so what we want to do is we want to place. So we're going to have 3 landing gears here. It's basically like a wide landing gear. And then on the back, well, on the far back area here, we want some landing gears here. Yeah, landing gears everywhere. You get the gist. So what we want is we want to get rid of these and that and that. And then what we want is we want some 2 landing gears. No, not there. That's a bad place to put them. I need to extend. Give me a second. And then what we want is we want to get number 6. Get you. So the reason why we're having like larger feet is so that we've got a higher chance to you know, get it, essentially. Noting that the landing gear does not look that good, which is why I wanted to use the maglocks, because the maglocks would be nice. These guys aren't level. Yes, they are. It didn't look like it, but it is. Right, let's get you. I need a inverted corner. There, and then what we want is we want some slopes. 1, 2, flippity round, press T so this thing doesn't do the thing. Oh, never mind, I kind of annoyed myself by doing things wrong. Anyway. Inverted corner here, and then we want a corner block here, and then a corner block here. That should make it look nice, right? As nice as it's gonna look. Anyway, Because what I really want is I want pistons extending like landing gear that's like hatched up here going down, but no. That won't work. Not today anyway. Might work in the second dropship. Because this isn't the only dropship type I'm going to build. I'm going to build new ones. I'm going to build bigger, better, faster, and well, we don't need it faster. We need, you know, sane amounts of dropship. But yes, flip around, continue, double check that my microphone hasn't been muted this entire time, because if it has, that would have been annoying. Good, right, that's good. Place landing gear, 1, 2, bish bash bosh, done. Right, we now have the landing gear. Let's double check to see if this works. If it doesn't, then I'm probably going to say the landing gear doesn't work, and that will be annoying. Especially when I try to land these things, even though these landing gears are working. So what we want to do is we want to go down, and you're not locking. Why are you not locking? Is it because I said something rude? Or is it because, you know, you're trying to lock onto maglocks? Right, let's rotate a bit around. Let's see if you lock on. You gonna do anything? Say. Right, that's weird. That's very weird. That's very, very weird, in fact. Right, so now that we've got landing gears, all I need to do is turn auto lock off, because I want to be able to do that manually. So landing gear, change to landing gear, save off in terminal. So now we've got landing gear here, and then auto lock off, and then I want to get landing gear over to here, and then I want to toggle on off. Right, now that we've got this, close the doors to make it look nice. Then what we're going to do is we're going to land on top of this section of the live ship. Right, let's go, shall we? That's very peculiar. You don't want to land. Because if they do want to land, it would, 1, light up, and 2, show that I've got landing gears in proximity. I will have to talk to people about that. But anyway, so now that we've got this thing up and running, I think that's all of it, right? Landing gears, shield generators, yes. Yes, that's it. Okay, good. So now that this thing is completed, let's go out. I need to do a few things. I first of all need to open the bloody doors. I then, secondly, I thought I turned the... Open the doors. Open the... Oh, right, yeah, it's because... Level of detail, people. That needs to be fixed. Anyway, so what we need to do is we need... we'll take this landing gear as... Hang on, so can I... No, I can't. That's annoying. So what we'll do is we'll have a kind of sprue in which we can, you know, attach the ship. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what we want to do is we want to press Control B. There we go. So we should now have the dropship here. What we need to do is we need to take a flattering screenshot. We should do something like this, and then go into F10. Yes, F10. Dropship. Take screenshot. There we go. Now that that's done, I'm going to hop over to a creative mode, because I think that we have enough power in order to do this, so that we can test out whether this dropship will actually fly. If not, then, you know, more thrusters to be added. So, back in a second. And we are back. So I've just opened up a, you know, planet save using the Easy Start Earth, and, you know, done a few modifications to create a landing platform big enough, because this thing is quite long. As you can see, looks kind of cool. Yeah, look at it. Look at the finished design. Looks very nice. Landing gears now work as well. I don't know why they weren't working earlier. But yeah, so we've got doors that we can go up. Very nice. All of it is lovely. Level of detail, Yeah, that can be fixed later. Anyway, what we want to do is we want to press tab. There's a ton of signatures everywhere, just for reasons. But anyway, what we want to do is we want to close up the boarding ramps. There we go. Boarding ramps closed. All looks very lovely. And then what we want to do is we want to disengage the landing gears and, I guess, engage the tier 4 thrusters. And then we can have the fun of lifting off. Oh, that's very slow acceleration. That is quite slow acceleration, but at least it's acceleration. The higher that we get, the easier this will be. But yeah, basically, this is how low it's going to be. Now what I want to do is I want to lift off a bit, and then proceed to move forward. What we want to actually do is we want to gain altitude as well. The minute we start losing altitude is the minute that, you know, bad things are about to happen. But yeah, we can build up speed. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And then what we can do is we can probably press space a bit more so that we can gain even more speed in the vertical direction. And this is essentially how we leave the planet. Though really I should be aiming completely upwards, though I don't think I have enough thrust to actually do that. So yeah, we're going to accelerate to something ridiculous so that we can get out of here at a fast-ish rate. Right. Yes, I trust this computer. God. Phone for some reason discharged or something. But yeah, what we want to do is we'll head into an orbit area. What are you doing? Stop doing things. Thank you. So what we want to do is we want to head up into you know, a nice area. We basically want to have our speed continuously increasing. I might want to increase the tier of the main thrusters so that this can be achieved quicker. But yeah, that should be fine. This dropship will take a while to get into space. Just saying that. Right, let's do this. Go burn off some speed by going upwards. Well, by going round, really. There we go, 6,000 meters. It's quite that's quite high up actually. Right, so what we need to do is then, once we've got into space, we need to, well, get back down. So orbit up there is basically the marker where, you know, natural gravity has no bearing on things. But as you can see, you know, I don't have to do much now. The main thrusters will deal with most of this now, so I could probably aim all the way up to orbit. Then what I want to do is I want to make sure that the landing thrusters are facing the correct way. It's going to take a while to move 30 kilometers, so I will be back in a second. Okay, we are back and in orbit. Another thing that I've just realised is I kind of need some lights in here, but you know, we can add those later. We're now in orbit, you know. Orbit, it's, you know, the planet is completely massive, so that's fine. I close the doors, yes? Yes, good. So, now, the goal is we need to land. Which basically means we're going to use gravity to assist us in most of the falling down to the planet. But what we need to do, I'm going to just... The gravity thing is like causing a tiny bit of epilepsy. Like, let's go gravity generators. Let's set those into a gravity. And then what we want to do is we want to press K, we want to press G, go to groups, go gravity generators, and then on or off. Turn off. We don't need them, we just need the planet gravity to assist us in moving downwards. So we're going to head off in this direction. We're kind of going a swoop. This is probably not the best, you know, trajectory to be able to get to the planet, but it's the quickest. If you want to get somewhere quickly, then burn straight down. If you don't, and you want to get there as efficiently as possible, then you want to, you know, reduce your orbital speed so that you can descend nicely. Essentially, it's a cheaper alternative as well, and also it's less likely to destroy your ship because you don't need that much thrust in order to slow yourself down. So we are now at 500. And currently falling. Yeah, start building some forward momentum. And inertial dampeners on. Let's turn those off so that we can continue falling. This is also known as rapid re-entry as well, because we're currently going at like 500 meters a second. Anyway, do it properly. Right, you're on, you're on. Slow us down, slow us down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Anyway, yeah, so this thing will fly, which is very nice. Noting that the closer that we get to the ground, the harder it's going to be able to, you know, do things. But since we're now there, and we're currently moving at 50 meters a second, I think it's going to be fine. Yes, this thing will now work, which is excellent. Most excellent indeed. So what I want to do is we want to go like this. And now just use maneuvering thrusters to maneuver over to the pad. Align with horizon, move a bit forward, move a bit to the right, and then down. No, that's not down. C is down, not S. And we want to do it carefully. In fact, what we want to do is we want to engage, you know, get rid of the braking thrusters, descend towards the ground, move a bit forward, land, park, inertial dampeners off, open the doors. Then we can waltz out of here with a successful landing. There we go, dropship complete. Yeah. So, that's good. In, you know, like the next 24 hours, I will be doing a live stream where we'll start construction of the carrier that will carry, you know, dropships, fighter craft. Basically, it's a carrier. It's what you would expect. It's also going to be bigger than the frigates that we've built. Technically, the live ship is a civilian ship. Yeah, I don't really know what to classify these things, but I don't know whether they're military or civilian. I just know that they're frigates, or frigate-sized. But anyway, well, technically, the live ship is a transport vessel, or it's a frigate-turned transport vessel. But anyway, so until next time, my name has been Zero Jake. End transmission.